name's Marie, and today I'm going to be talking or showing you most of my single skein stash. Last year was, as I've said before, if you've watched some of my previous videos, was my first full year back knitting. I started in Christmas 2022. I got some needles for Christmas, and then I started knitting again. I did learn when I was a child, but I hadn't knit for over 11 years since my youngest son was born, and I'd done a little bit of crochet before Christmas of that year, and I decided that I was going to take up knitting again, give that a go. And I absolutely love it. But because last year was my first full year of being back knitting, there was a lot of new things to learn. The basics of knitting I understood, the knit stitch, the purl stitch, casting on, after being reminded by my mum. But there's a lot that's changed. Ravelry was new. Yarn shows, hand dyers, lots of different fibres in the yarn that I was not aware of. So it has been a very steep learning, an enjoyable learning curve in that way. And I've met some lovely people along the way. Part of that, I went to my first yarn festival last year at Yarndale, which is at Skipton. That was fantastic, had a wonderful day. But because of that, I've ended up buying quite a few single skeins, because along that journey, it was the excitement of a pretty yarn, and it was like, oh, that's nice, I'll buy that. That's nice, I'll buy that. But I wasn't really thinking about what I wanted to make with that yarn, or I didn't really understand the quantities of each weight of yarn that I needed. I'm still learning that now, to be fair. And I do refer a lot to the pattern, and I do end up asking my friend quite often, especially when we're at a yarn show. She gets lots of questions about, will this be enough? Will that be enough? Because she's been knitting a long time. So what I'm going to do today, after that bit of a ramble, is show you what I have got. Now, some of these have been gifted from friends and family, or my partner. Some have been gifted from friends, family, or been Christmas or birthday presents, and then others I've purchased myself from hand dyers, yarn shows, that sort of thing. But I'll talk you through it as I go through. I have got myself a cup of tea here just in case, because I think this might be a long one. You may have already seen at the beginning of the video, but I don't know where I'm going to slot it in. But I had taken a little bit of a video of the pile. I keep it in my Yarndale bag, and I'll show you that for context. This is the bag. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but that is the size of the bag that I am, in comparison to my head, is the bag that I am storing all my single skeins in. Now, I do have some other single skeins. There's a few that are caked up. There's a few that are ready for my next pair of socks, dotted about in other areas, but these are the main ones that I've stored in that bag, and that I was going to show you today. I hope you enjoy, and you can learn about some new brands or dyers that you can have a look at. As many as I can, I will link in the description, but there's a lot, and I may not be able to find some of them, because some of these yarns I've also got in my wool swap, and they've come from abroad, so they may not be brands that we can normally get in the UK. Okay, I'll just get a sip of my brew and then I will make a start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the yarn and show it to you and talk about it, and then I will be popping it into this bag down here, my yarn dale bag, just so that I'm putting them back, because, you know, try and be a bit more organised. Don't know about any of you, but if in the UK, in Lancashire anyway, the sun's started to come out, which is wonderful, but what does that bring with it? Hay fever's started, so I'm a bit snuffly, sorry about that. Okay, now this is like a sweet shop. Which do you pick first? Okay, I'm going to go with this one. This is a Lay family yarn. Look at the colours in that. It's called, I think the yarn is called Seasonal Treasure Boxes. The Lay family yarns that I've used so far, used some minis from my spring Valentine's box, and that was my Tolster tea, and it is so stretchy and soft. I really like it. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I think this one is a 50, the main skein, and then this one is a 20 gram. This was given to me by my friend Mona, and she thought these were more my colours, which I do like my purples and blues, as you'll see. Okay, so that's the first one. Yeah, and what I really do need is lots of ideas of ways to use these skeins up. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I'm currently knitting a sock tube, and I'm hoping that will mean that I can quickly knit a lot of these up into socks, because I have only got a couple of pairs of socks that are hand knitted socks at the moment, and I'd love to have a few more, and if I can get a good fit from the sock tube, it'll be great. And I find it's knitting up quite reasonably quickly, as I'm only working on it a bit each day. Okay, stop rambling and talk about the next yarn, eh? Okay, so if I know where I've got the yarns from and I can remember that, I will say, but I'm not sure that I will. Okay, so the next one is, although this is 2 skeins, they are only 50 grams, so I got 2. And this is the John Arben Textiles, and I will tell you the information about this. This is 60% Exmoor Blueface, and then it's 20% Corriedale and 10% nylon. And this is the Exmoor sock yarn 4-ply. 50 grams is 200 meters. Now I do remember where I got this yarn, I think, and I got this from Northern Yarns, which is in Lancaster. Me and Mona went on a trip there, as we don't have any local yarn stores that stock hand dyed or a lot of natural fibres, so it's about a half-hour drive from here, and it's well worth it. If anyone lives nearby, the lady that runs a shop, I don't know her name, sorry, but yeah, she was lovely, very nice, pointed in the direction of nice places to eat, and yeah, it was a really nice trip out. So yeah, that's the John Arben Exmoor sock. Okay, and this is the next one. And for anyone who has been to the cinema to watch June 2, this yarn is dyed by Skein Hawk Yarns, and this was one of their mystery clubs last year, and it is called Arrakis. And this is their 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. It was the August 23 Literary Yarn Club, And as soon as she announced that she was doing a June themed yarn club, I knew I had to order it, because my partner Dwayne, I love June anyway, the movie's been fantastic, but my partner Dwayne, he's read all the books, I think. Well, he's read most of them, and yeah, he absolutely loves the movie and is a real movie buff, so I've I wanted to get that for him, and I'll do him a pair of socks with that. Okay, next one is Boner Yarns, and this is Berry Pie. This one I ordered with the intention it must have been last July, because it was when Stephen West was doing his mystery sock cal. There was a Japanese designer, I think you pronounce it Yuka, was also doing a mystery knit along, and it was for a berry sock pattern. And so I got 2 yarns. I don't think the other one, oh no, the other one's caked up, and I got a red and I got this purple, being that they're kind of berry colours, and I was hoping to do these socks. Now if you've watched my whips from 2023 video, too many whips, you'll see that the only bit I managed to do on those socks was the little toe section, because the toe up, and they haven't got any further. And it's just been because when the cal was happening, it was taking most of my time to do the 2 socks for the Stephen West each week, and so I didn't manage to keep up with the Yucca ones. I will hopefully go back to them, and my aim is to get all my 2023 whips done by the end of the year, or frogged. But yeah, this is Boner Yarns, and it's called Berry Pie, and this is 100 grams is 425 meters. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, lovely and soft. And I probably will just do another pair of socks with these at some point. What next? Okay, another John Arbon one here. This again was bought at Northern Yarns, and this is Devonia, and it's double knit, and it's called Cinder Glow. I absolutely loved this colour when I saw it. And you probably can't see on camera, but it has got flecks of purple. It's black with flecks of purple, and that is 50% Exmoor Blueface, 30% Blueface Leicester, and 20% Wensleydale. It's 100% Devon wool. DK. Okay, next. Okay, this one is from one of my wool swap parcels, and this is absolutely stunning colours. I really love purples. This is called Purple Light, the colour, and it's Izzoloni. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, and it's 100% Corriedale. 100 grams is 400 meters, and it's the Marilyn fingering, and that's hand dyed in Switzerland. Lovely. I can't wait to knit this up into something. I mean, I was watching the Woolly Worker before I started doing this video today, and she's doing an Andrea Mowry shawl. I can't remember the name of it now. No, sorry, I can't. And I was thinking she's doing it with one skein and then a fluff as well. And I thought, looking through these, I could have a look, see if there's any that I fancy, maybe giving that a go with. Who knows? Maybe you could do 2 and then just have, like, because I think it's supposed to be made with 2 skeins. but if you had two complementary colours, you could maybe do half the shawl with one colour and half with another. But we'll see, it's just ideas. If you have any ideas of patterns that you've done or that you can recommend, please put them in the comments, because you know, I do want to get all these nice skeins worked up eventually. Okay, next one is let's do this one. This is a yew tree yarn craft. I always get that in my tongue tied when I'm saying that. Yew tree yarn craft. And this was dyed by Diane. I met Diane at Yarndale. She's absolutely lovely, and she has actually dyed to order for me before, which is lovely, and I can't wait to work up that yarn. This one is a skein that I purchased. She sells on Etsy. If you want to find her, I will link her down below. This one is Ramona's Dream, and it is 75% superwash merino and then 25% mulberry silk. And this colour is named after my friend Mona, because her name is Ramona. Lovely bright pink. Okay, which one next? This one. This is one that I got at Yarndale. This is from the Lonely Knitter, and I met her there because I've watched her podcasts. She came to Yarndale as a seller, and she also organises the East Anglia Yarn Festival, which I would like to visit. It doesn't actually say on here the content of the yarn, but these are both DK, stunning colours. Yeah, it was lovely meeting her. There's another one here actually from Lonely Knitters. I don't know how's best to show you these. Okay, this one is the merino cashmere nylon. It is 80% merino and 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. 100 grams is 400 meters, and this is from the Doctor Who collection, and this is the Master. Okay. One of my favourite hand dyers next, Giddy Yarns. Absolutely love her colourway. She does a lot of speckles, which I love. This, I absolutely adore the colours in this, and it's called Miss Honey, and it's from the Matilda collection. I just could not resist getting this one with the colours. And this is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and it's 425 meters per 100 grams. How pretty is that? See, this is another one that potentially could look really nice in that Andrew Mowry. Yeah, that might be one. I'll just put that to the side for now. Okay. Next, Siobhan Crafts. Now, if you saw my All I Knit in 2023 and you saw my stripe hype sweater, all the contrast coloured stripes in my stripe hype sweater were in the DK from Siobhan's Crafts, and I got those at Yarndale. And this one I did actually order online from her, and it's just because I love the colours. And this is Gryffindor, so it's a Harry Potter colourway. It's a DK weight, it's 100 grams, it's 225 metres, and it's 75% merino and 25% nylon. if you like bright colours and rainbows, she does a lot like that, and honestly they're so nice. And she's very reasonable as well. Her prices are pretty good. Okay, this is another one from Skein Yarns. This is one of the very early on, one of the first-ish hand-dyed ones I got. And the reason I had to get this is because it's Dirty Dancing. Yeah, big fan of that movie. Watched it hundreds of times. And this is a 4-ply. 100 grams is 400 meters, and it's 85% merino and 15% nylon. Very, very pretty. Had that one a while. Okay, and this is a Lay family yarn. This was in their spring Valentine's box, and this was the Valentine's Day skein. It's called Dahlia Society. 100 grams is 425 meters, and it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. Lovely. Okay. This one is Pixie Yarns. It's called Setting Sun Red. It's a fingering weight, 425 meters per 100 grams. Again, it's a traditional 75% merino and 25% nylon. This was bought from Northern Yarns. I'm surprised I'm remembering a lot of these. Okay, this one is from the Yarn Badger. I have knit up a pair of socks in a self-striping yarn from the Yarn Badger, which I got at Yarndale. Unfortunately, those socks were too small, but the yarn was divine. I absolutely loved knitting up, and the stripes and just the colours, absolutely gorgeous. So I'd highly recommend the Yarn Badger for the self-striping. This one is called Peach Dream, and it's 100 grams is 300 meters, so it's a sport weight. And that was in the bargain basket, so she may not be doing that colourway anymore. Okay, this is a skein that I got in one of my wool swaps. This is by Honey and Quill Fibre Co. This is dyed in Boston, and it's called, the colourway is called Snow Cone Shack, and it's a nylon sock set, so it's a traditional 75% merino and 25% nylon. 100 grams is 400 meters, and there's 80 meters in the mini. These are really fun colours. Again, another one that might be quite good for the shawl. Okay, just get another sip of my brew. It's going a bit cool now. Okay, what next? Okay, this is the next one. This is a Silk Garden sock yarn. This one was gifted to me by my friend Mona for me to have a try of this yarn, because I've always wanted to try this. This might be a good one for doing a sock tube with, because of the striping I think it's going to give. This is 40% wool, 25% silk and 25% polyamide and 10% mohair. 100 grams is 300 meters. I do have this random skein in here, and I can't remember what I bought this for, and I thought I bought more than one, because these are only, are they 50 grams these? Yeah, 50 grams, 110 metres, and it's Drops Daisy. Beautiful colour though. Can't remember what I got that for. Maybe it was for some socks, I don't know. This next yarn is East Coast Yarn Co, and this is another one that I got in my one of my wool swaps. I'm thinking this might make either a hat or some socks for my partner. It's called Endless Summer, and this is 80% merino, 20% nylon, 450 yards in 100 grams. Looks like a very, very interesting colourway, that one. Okay, these two are the Filcolana Arwetta sock yarns, and I've been wanting to try this for ages. Feels very, very soft, and it's a stunning colour. I picked the colour, but Mum got me this for Christmas. And it's 80% merino wool and 20% nylon. It's 210 metres per 50 grams, so she got me two, so I wouldn't run out. If I want to make a pair of socks and they take a bit more than 50 grams. Okay, I've got this wonderful looking stripy sock yarn, which I'm very interested to see how this knits up. Now this is one that I got in my latest yarn swap, wool swap for Germany, a lovely lady in Germany, and it's from, it says it's Maine wool, and it's Pro Lana, 75% wool and 25% polyamide, I think that says. Very interesting colour combinations in that one. And then this is one that I think I got, did I get this? I think this one was from Yarndale. And that's Twink Knits. And it's 80% merino, 20% nylon, 400 metres in 100 grams, 4-ply sock yarn. But I just loved the way this was, you know, just quite a neutral base, but then it's just got the speckles, and it's, you know, I love purples, so just thought it was, in blues, I thought it was a beautiful combination. Oh, we're getting there now. Just have another swig of my brew. It's actually really, really nice looking through all these, because it reminds you of what you've got in. I have got most of my skeins on Ravelry, but when you've got them in a bag like I have and you can't really see what's there, you're not, you sometimes forget, and it reinvigorates you to, oh, let's get them used. Okay, so the next one is another dyer that I absolutely adore. Everything I've had from her has been stunning. The yarns are beautifully soft, and I highly recommend her. And it's Blue Fern Yarns, hand dyed in Norfolk, and I think she was at Yarndale last year as well, but I didn't end up getting anything from her stall, but I actually ordered her 4 skein advent, which I haven't brought out to show you, because I don't view that as single skeins. That's like 4 skeins that I'm going to use together to make something, but I haven't decided on the pattern yet. They're stunning, and it's a fade, so it's like, as soon as I saw the inspiration for that advent, sorry, I just knew I had to get it, because it was like a beach theme, and it was absolutely gorgeous when it came. I wasn't disappointed at all, and it's highly likely that I will order her advent again. This skein though, which is what I'm trying to get to, is that this one from her is the additional Christmas Day skein that you could add on. And this is called Sparkling Bay. This was definitely a bit more of a pop of blue. The other one, the Advent, was more muted. And this is the Luxe 4-ply. And it's 70% superwash merino, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. And it's 400 metres per 100 grams. And yeah, absolutely love that. Okay. This one, I think I bought this from Tangled Yarns. I went to Tangled Yarns, which is in Stockport, and I went there in December last year. Loved the experience of going there. Me and my partner went for a trip out. He went to, what's it called now? A gaming store anyway, where they sell miniatures and paints. And I went to Tangled Yarns. It's a mother and daughter who run the store, and they were fantastic when I went in. They were so helpful. I picked up a sweater's quantity for doing the porcelain sweater, which they spent absolutely ages with me picking out the right yarns. Nothing was too much trouble for them. It was wonderful. While I was there, I did get this Mondim, because I've been wanting to try this sock yarn. And this is Portuguese wool. 100 grams is 385 metres. And I just loved the colours in this. Actually, there was a few and it was hard to choose, and I ended up going for this one. Another one, this has got a bit messy, sorry. But this is another one I think I got from, yeah, Tangled Yarns. This is a 50 gram skein. Well, it's not a skein, it's ball. It's the Scopel, I can never pronounce that. Edition 3. And I can't even tell what the colour is there. Sorry. This is a lovely soft yarn. Okay, and this one is Regia Premium. Florence, handmade by Florence, recommended when she was doing her petal drop socks. She has a tutorial on YouTube in the petal drop socks, which I have started in the Regia bamboo, which is what she was using to do it, to knit them. And at the time I was looking on, because I got it off Amazon, I was also looking at what other Regia premiums there were, and I ended up getting the merino yak to try. And this is 50% wool, 28% polyamide and 14% yak. I've just got that in like a mauvey colour. 100 grams is 400 metres. Not tried this yarn before, so it will be new to me. The next two I'll show together because you have seen these before. These were I can't even remember which video I showed them on now. And it's the Kickstarter that I took part in, Ula and Leah. And these are both, one's yak, one's baby camel, both from Mongolia. Now this one, oh no, I think I got this one from Tangled Yarns as well. This is Kremke Soul Wool Lazy Lion. And it's a super soft sock yarn from South Africa. That is 75% wool, 25% nylon, 420 metres in 100 grams. and look at the colours. Couldn't resist that. Thought that was beautiful. There's a theme here, isn't there? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. You just can't help it, can you, when you start getting into knitting and yarn. I suppose it's like most hobbies. Okay, this is Life in the Long Grass Twist Sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. The colourway is Jellyfish. Now, I can't remember where I got this from. I think it may have been actually Northern Yarns. So yeah. These are stunning colours. All my colours, these definitely. All the purples and lilacs. Hand dyed in our studio in the Irish countryside. Nice. Okay, the next one is from my latest wool swap, and this is Fibre Optic Yarns by Kimber Baldwin Designs. 80% merino wool, 10% cashmere and 10% nylon. It feels stunning. 381 metres for 100 grams, and this is oatmeal. Beautiful. Can't wait to use this. I think my bag's gonna fall over. It's not quite going back in the way it came out. Oh yeah, there we go, it's gone. I'll have to sort that out. Oh, sorry, just knocked you. I'll have to sort that out after. Another one here from my wool swap, but a different one. This was from one of my first, was it the first one? Or I can't remember actually. Okay, this is, I don't know if I can pronounce this. I'll just show you the label so you can see, those of you that can read it. It's 120 grams in this skein, which is fantastic because, and I'll try and put a picture of the pattern up, but I'm going to use this. It's, I think it says it's 20% silk and 15% yak, and the remaining content is merino, but it's in a different language, so I'm not 100% sure. But because this is 120 grams, I'm actually going to do a pattern from my sock book, and it is a brioche slouchy sock pattern that I just fell in love with as soon as I saw it. But I knew I needed 120 grams, and the way the pattern is, it looks really nice because it's in one colour, but you wouldn't want to buy two skeins to do that. But when I saw this was 120 grams, I thought, spot on, and I'll be able to use it for that. So that's my plan. Okay, this is an opal yarn. This was from my latest wool swap, all the way from Germany. And this one I'm going to use to make some socks for my partner, I think. Hopefully I'm going to do the same tube I'm doing now at the moment. If that works out okay, I'm going to do the same with this and make socks for him. Okay, we're getting quite near to the end now, you'll be glad. I hope that you sat there knitting away while I'm talking through all these yarns, and that hopefully you'll have learnt about a few different dyers that you weren't aware of, or you might be inspired to try some, because it's nice to support small businesses. This yarn was gifted to me by my friend Mona, and it's Malbrigo. And does it say? It says worsted, 192 meters in 100 grams. Now I'm hoping, and it's 100% merino wool, and I'm hoping that I'll have enough here to make myself a pair of slippers, which is one of my, look at the colour of that, it's just so me, isn't it? I think that's why she passed it on to me. But I'm thinking one of my bingo card, what's the word? Squares this year is to make myself a pair of slippers. So I'm thinking this might be a good candidate. I've got this, and I've got another one that's in leftovers from one of the sweaters I made that's a red colour, and I think I'm going to try doing a pair of slippers in those. There's a few different patterns I've been looking at. Okay, and I'll show you these. This is another one from a wool swap. 80% wool, 20% polyamide, 80 yards per, so these are 20 gram minis, I'm presuming. Lovely, lovely, lovely colours. Beautiful. They might actually be nice for colour work, to be fair. Okay, next one is Giddy Yarns, and this was from her Dragon collection. She collaborated with an artist, brought out the most stunning colours, and this is Draco Peona. I think that's how you say it, Peona. And it's 75% merino, 25% nylon, 225 meters per 100 grams. So this is the DK, I think. Wonderful, wonderful colours. Only a few left now. This next one is from Bird Street Yarn. Now, this is the only skein that I've got in here that is from them. But I did buy my friend Mona a skein for her birthday, I think it was. Their yarns are lovely. This one is a special, it's 250 gram skeins that are wound together, and it's called Mitten Mix, and it's for making colour work mittens. And as soon as I saw these colours, I just thought, oh gosh, yes. And I've been looking at lots of different intricate colour work mitten patterns to try. So this is a DK weight. It's 250 gram skeins, which are 112 meters, and it is 75% merino and 25% nylon. How lovely are those going to be for a pair of mittens? Florence by handmade. I keep saying it the wrong way around. Handmade by Florence keeps showing lovely mittens that she's made, and you know, inspiring me to have a go. And this lovely, lovely, beautiful yarn is called Baby It's Cold Outside. This is Ketu Yarns. Everyday Sock Merino, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters in 100 grams. And I can't for the life remember what country she's in now, but it's from Finnish Knitting Stories, and she is a hand dyer. And she has a podcast on YouTube, one of Mona's favourites. So check that out. And she has a crazy number of whips. If you think that I had a lot of whips when you watched my whip video, tune into her whip video. Then you'll see what a lot of whips is, because that is insane. And she was talking about it in her last video, actually, how she, a lot of people were stressed out about the amount of whips she had. It's quite funny. Now, these two next yarns that I'm going to show you are two of what I got in my dystopic fibre Advent. Now, I didn't get this Advent in December last year, but when he posted that he had some spares in January, and the colours, he showed the colours, I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to get one. They're just so unique and really, really nice. And I did meet him at Yarndale, and I bought a yarn called Toadstool, which I've shown in another video, and that is going to be used in a summer top that I'm making. But here's the one from the Advent. I've only got 2 of the skeins here because one has been moved out because I'm going to make something for my partner with it. And the accessories you got with this Advent were fantastic. I mean, I use them daily. You got, it was a dark theme, so it was a black box, and you got a black pair of little knitting shears, which I literally use every day. I love them. And you got a beautiful black mushroom, because all his dies are based on variations of varieties of mushrooms. And I got a little mushroom stitch marker, which I love. And I also got some black and purple, bright purple light bulb markers, which came in a little tin. I just absolutely loved them, and so they're my go-tos all the time. And this is, oh yeah, with each of these you got 2 minis as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a label on the back to tell me the content, but look at these. Just love how moody this one is, but then it's got the pop of colour with the mini. So I'm hoping I can do something fun with these, which really shows the yarn off. Even if it is socks, you know, add some fun stripes in or something. And that was my last skein. So I've no idea how long this video was, or if it's been, I hope you've enjoyed it. And my last stash video went down quite well, so I'm hoping that you like this one. And if you like, you know, have any ideas for what I could do with those yarns, I'd really, really appreciate that in the comments. And I hope you got plenty of knitting done while you were watching. Have a lovely day. See you next time. Bye.